Hello, and today we're gonna unbox this pretty cool stuff that I got in the mail today. It's the HORI FPS Plus. This controller can be used for the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 4, and as it says on the cover, it should help your gaming, especially when it comes to first-person shooters. So I'm just gonna unbox this quickly. Actually, I unboxed it earlier, but for the sake of the video, we're going to unbox it again to see what comes out of the box. So HORI producers, they are one of the official third-person producers of PlayStation accessories. If you remember in my older videos, one of the older ones, I unboxed a hybrid controller which includes a mouse that should be able to help you with your first-person shooter gaming. So right out of the box, it's the box there, it's been removed. It's pretty basic actually. You get the standard Japanese instruction manual. If you use Google Translate, download the Japanese thingy, you should be able to decipher what's there. But it's pretty much straightforward, as all HORI stuff does in the past. So here is it. Here it is, sorry. If you can see, feels pretty good actually. It comes with a cable. Unlike your typical PS4 controllers, it doesn't come with the light bar. So because of that, you don't have a battery in there. So this is actually much lighter than a typical PS4 DualShock 4 controller. And you can see right off the bat, the biggest thing that differentiates this, and the reason I decided to give it a try, is the button configuration. If you played the Xbox before, this bit is the biggest difference, and I'm a big fan of it. Played a lot of Halo on the Xbox One and Xbox 360. It helped a lot with the aiming. It's not that the current PS4 DualShock isn't that great, but I feel the configuration is it's much more intuitive the way it looks there. I'll do a size comparison later with the PS4 controller, the Xbox 360 and Xbox One, but I'm just going to have a quick closer look at this. Apart from it being a bit lighter than the typical DualShock 4, obviously because there's no battery as I said earlier, it feels premium actually. The build is solid. It's all plastic, there's no metal in here. You can see the R1, R2 buttons, L1, L2 buttons there. You can see the difference in the share and option buttons are a bit different due to the design. This bit here, the touchpad, feels solid, doesn't feel cheap at all. That's the turbo button. I understand if you set it up, you can map it to any of these keys. So pretty sure you remember those old Micro Genius or SNES days where you just need to press a bit and they actually press more on it. If I'm not mistaken, down here is one of the toggle for the PS3 and PS4 controllers. And the other one, I'm not sure what's the other one yet. I need to check out the settings. Yeah, you can see that 4 and 3, so you can toggle. This is the sensitivity. This is the sensitivity bit for a very special button at the back of this, which should be helpful for your targeting. You can see there. It's called the target button. Basically what it does is it helps the crosshair realigns itself depending on what sensitivity you have when you play your first-person shooters. So you can see all the buttons there. It feels solid actually. If I want to compare this two with the PS4, it does come out a bit more. You can see that compared to it on the PS4. Then again, it's been quite an old controller for me. It doesn't come with the head jack, so that might actually affect your party, your friends. Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, I didn't realize they didn't have a head jack there. So that's a downside, I would say, if you're on a party with your friends. You can have an assign button here. I don't think I'm going to use much of that. Okay. So I'm just going to compare the sizes with an Xbox 360. Actually, it's pretty close. If you look at it, you can just... Yeah, it's actually very close to the Xbox 360 controller compared to the Xbox One. which feels a tad bulkier. This is my favorite setup actually, especially with the trigger buttons at the back. Apart from that, not much difference. And you want to compare it with the DualShock 4. Obviously the DS4 is a bit smaller, but it's a bit heftier. It's heavy obviously, with the built-in. But just gonna give it a go today. The feel of the R2 and L2 is solid, although I prefer it to be curved out a bit, like the one on the Xbox One, but should be alright. I think should be okay. I'm informed that this cable is up to 3 meters, so I don't think you'll have any problems with, sitting back on the sofa and playing this. So yeah, before I forget, that's the standard PS4 button, obviously, and this one here. Overall, it feels solid. It feels premium. It's selling roughly around 200, close to 300, depending on where you're looking at it. I saw it on Lazada selling for close to 260. I've seen a few reviews on YouTube so far, and a lot of people are saying this is the best value for money you can get for an Xbox One style PlayStation 4 controller. Hori has always been the one that they've been delivering all this while. If I would like to complain a bit, there's no ridges here. There's no little, whatever you call it, little dots. So that might be an issue for some. You can always get those little grooves. So far, my only complaint with the design would be the lack of the headphone button, the headphone jack, because I don't think I've seen any of it here yet. And I think that might be an issue, because I always play on a party with my friends. I think that's all for now. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about this stuff, drop it in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to answer whenever I can. This is Ken signing off.